Hi, everyone. The Lord be with you. Um, the virus is with us, but more importantly, God is with us. All the more reason for us to continue worshiping. I'm recording this from my home on Saturday, March 21st, and I want to invite you to meet with us tomorrow on Sunday to worship together. I know many of you are feeling a sense of burden, facing a great deal of trials and decisions to make. I know this is weighing on many of you. I've heard it. Those of you who are healthcare workers, those of you with young children or elderly parents, those of you with financial insecurities, there's a great deal of unknown. Fear is rising. Fear of the unknown, fear of getting sick, fear even of death. But all the more, I want to encourage you to stay connected. And so there's going to be more ways that I want to encourage you in our announcements at the bottom of this liturgy to stay connected. So look out for that. But I want to say a word about how we worship now. How do we worship when we're together, but not together? How do we worship with both fear and hope? When we worship, there's two words that I'm thinking of: normalcy and desperation. Before the coronavirus and COVID-19 hit, we've always been worshiping weekly. And all the rituals that we do, all the prayers that we do, it gives us a sense of normalcy. And we're going to continue to do that as best we can through this online video format. So this is good. We need to worship to retain and get back to a sense of normalcy. But we're also worshiping out of a deep sense of desperation. This is good too. This is normal. We need to cry out to God. Rather than coping alone, we're invited, as always, to shout our cries out to God, to lament aloud to God. This is okay, especially in a time like this, now more than ever. So let's do this. I want to say a few words about how we're going to do this. It's going to be similar to last week, but with a little bit more time, we've been able to add more features. Same way, we're going to scroll through the online liturgy page. This is mostly self-directed. Scriptures are interspersed throughout. So I invite you to read aloud. If you're doing this alone or with groups, read aloud. If you're with groups, read and share the reading. So invite a person to do different sections. Songs. We were going to have a team record a song at the church, but things changed. So Brendan has recorded all the songs for us. We thank Brendan for that. When you go through the liturgy, sing aloud. Even if it's softly, sing aloud. Let your heart ring out to God. I want to encourage you, be sure to click this closed caption button. Here, I'll show you. You see that button there? There's a button on the YouTube app right there. I click that, so then the words will show up on the bottom of the screen. All the words for the songs are put there. Because this is self-directed, feel free to pause at any time. If you want to pray a little longer, meditate a little longer, be with God a little longer. I think that's one of the advantages of doing worship this way. One other way is I'm going to host an online Zoom group. Zoom is an online video conferencing app. There's going to be a link at the top of the online liturgy page. Click that and you can join me. It's going to start at 8:50 a.m. and we'll begin our liturgy at 9 o'clock. And I'm going to facilitate that. So join us. If you're alone, or if you're with a group, join us. That's one way we can worship together. How do we worship? As we aim for normalcy, as we enter into desperate cries for God. One of the songs we're singing is "I Will Wait for You," and that's a song based on Psalm 130. I want to read that song as a way to invite all of you into worship. Psalm 130. Out of the depths, I cry to you, Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to my cry for mercy. If you, Lord, kept a record of sins, Lord, who could stand? With you there is forgiveness, so that we can, with reverence, serve you. I wait for the Lord, my whole being waits, and in his word I put my hope. I wait for the Lord, more than watchmen wait for the morning, more than watchmen wait for the morning. Israel, put your hope in the Lord, for with the Lord is unfailing love, and with him is full redemption. He himself will redeem Israel from all their sins. Let us come before the Lord our Maker. Let us worship.